People will support you only when they constitute significant gain for themselves as well. It means to succeed, you will need to make others also succeed along with you. If you are enthusiastic about your anticipated success, that's a great feeling, but only for you, not for others. Only for you, not for others. Others will not resemble with that feeling unless they envision their share as well. They will not envision their share unless you create an environment of emotional flow from you to them. The flow will not stream unless both do not share the same line of thought to move together. As soon as thoughts conflict, the complete structure of motivation may collapse in a blink. The ripple effect in no time further may collapse trust, togetherness, and even the plan of success. Behind every success, there is a sensible action. Behind every action, there is unceasing motivation. Behind every motivation, there is a line of thought, and behind every thought, there is an ingenious mind. Busted motivation disturbs the mind, sometimes up to the level of depression. It's a situation of loss of productive thoughts. It's a situation of loss of productive thoughts. After elapsing the precious momentum, it becomes enormously difficult to rebuild the same motivation again. It looks easy to change the goal itself than reconstructing the collapsed structure. It's a situation when we need our personal core the most. If our personal core is healthy, it provides us the strength and energy to rebuild. If not, we go weak. Then we set new but little more defensive goal. With an anticipation of little more definite success. If we fail again, we unconsciously seek strength from our personal core. Unhealthy personal core provides no strength, and we become weaker. This weakness gives birth to the negative emotion called frustration. Repeated failures trap us in negative behavioral loop. Soon we renounce to try for more. We accept the ordinary so earnestly that we become habitual to overlook the white bright canvas of opportunities and always see the dark spots of adversities. We don't even realize, but those dark spots become our unconscious favorite. Why? Because they provide unquestionable shelter under which we can hide our weaknesses and justify our failures. Yes, those dark spots provide unconscious and unquestionable shelter under which we can hide our weakness and justify our failures. Nothing is permanent, and so is our motivational state. Someday, someone may come and motivate us to wake up and take hold of life. We get reminded on the abundance of true unleashed potential we have within us. We get charged so much that we immediately decide to revive back. Passion-filled self-aspiration quickly gets turned on. The whole body gets thrilled and lightened with the pleasant sentience of foretold self-revival. Motivation freezes through brain, body, and heart. With eyes raised towards the sky, face chinned up, and warmth of last breath filling into the lungs. We feel the sensation of moving upwards again. Within few seconds, we imagine the tallest structure of the success evoked from the unfulfilled sleeping dreams and quickly jump into guessing about the post-success rewards, recognitions, and whatnot. It feels good. It energizes, it pumps the blood into veins at a tingling speed. The sensation remains for a day or two, gradually fades away by day 4 or 5, and silently disappears by day 7 or 8. The superficial motivation that landed on the surface evaporates from the surface itself, and soon we embrace back the same ordinary life. Did this happen to you ever? Before you say no, remember, honesty to the self is the first brick that you need in the foundation of your success. If you wish for abundance of opportunities to appear before you, if you wish for unbreakable strength and energy within you, if you wish for invincible capability to deal with adversities, if you wish for flourishing relationships with people around you, if you wish for sparkling health and happiness, then you must develop, nourish, and expand your personal core with utmost care. You will need it, not on occasions, but every day, all the time. Your personal core is not just your inner self, but a massive collection of everything that contributes to your inner self, including people, objects, your own intrinsic personal tendencies, emotions, belief, convictions, thoughts, observations, experiences, rituals, habits, and behavior. You should make them all healthy and prudent to develop a strong and supportive personal core. If you closely look at your personal core, you will find that it is constructed with all those entities which are making your life either good or bad on daily basis. All such entities are permanent residents of your mind space and keep bubbling one or another kind of emotions every now and then. They are present in your thoughts when you are in crowd. They are present in your thoughts when you are alone. They always impact on what you think, act, and believe. If they are working in your favor, then you certainly have a healthy personal core. You will always feel energized, happy, and motivated from within. But if they are somehow working against you, even unintentionally, then your personal core is seriously ill. You will always feel tired, worried, demotivated, and sheltered. If that is the case, you can't succeed unless you rejoice your personal core. Be sure what you need more, success or shelter. What you need more, success or shelter. Maybe we are still waiting for the dream to come true, but theoretically we know that how dreams used to come true. Question is, if we know it, then what has been stopping us till now to achieve everything we wanted to achieve? Don't we know what it takes to make our own life a successful enterprise? Does someone need to tell us the benefit of positive attitude, consistent hard work, and dedication? Is it not true that we keep putting our best efforts to achieve what we want to achieve without depending on luck? Are we so incognizant that we can't even recognize the opportunities crossing our way? Obviously not. Then why? A student is still trying hard to achieve advantageous grades in his academics. A fresh graduate is still struggling for the dream job, holding big degrees in hand. An employee is still anxious about awaited rewards, recognitions, appraisals, or promotions. A boss is still clamoring to elicit peak performance from his employees. A business owner is still contending on mediocre profits. Why? Personal and professional lives are smugged by their unsuitable impacts on each other. Why it is not easy to love, laugh, and mingle effortlessly? Why relationships are battering? Why dependability, trust, cooperation, and motivational stints are demeaning? Why work pressure, stress, frustration, and devalued health have got bigger share than peace, harmony, and happiness in everyday life? Because in reality, we are not working for our ever desired success, but just for enduring survival in personal and professional lives. We are surviving the mediocrity, and that's fine if we are happy and content with the mediocrity of life. But the truth is, we are neither happy nor content, and longing continuously for true happiness anticipated from yet to be seen success. The question arises, why are we so discontent and anxious for an awaited success? Why can't we just go and grab it? It seems that we are too busy to work on our far-fetched dreams. So we are holding them as a torment task to conquer with a big bang effort on one fine day. At times, when we feel disesteemed in personal or professional environment, we boil on high thoughts to show the world our vainglory. On that emotional outbreak, the big success becomes the high priority need. We jump to work on big dreams to satisfy the emotional bleaching. Our brain has certain chemistry to deal with emotional fire and to restore the homeostasis. Soon it cools down the heat through autonomic responses. Then we park our big dreams again into the cold storage and convince ourselves that Big Bang Day has yet not arrived. We join back our ordinary life of basic survival, but we don't like average life. We remain uncomfortable in self-chosen comfort zone. We keep starving for grand finale of success. This results into the unhappiness and remains sustained. Prolonged wait for anything makes us anxious naturally. Our dreams remain parked in the backyard of brain. We live with great dreams and greater plans but could not produce results. Why? Is there anything missing in our way of life? Some proclaims may attenuate the zeal by articulating that results are not attained due to motivation and support deficit. Others may justify it through adversity of situations. But the veridical reason is not the shortfall of motivation, support, or favorable situations. It's just that we could not deal greatly with problems we face in everyday life. And surprisingly, this critical and obvious reason remains overlooked. Problems don't remain at the same degree always. They grow and multiply and create more hurdles on the way of success. Dealing rightly with wrong problems Wobbles the runway of success. Dealing wrongly with right problems completely block it. Dealing rightly with right problems at right time clears the runway to take off your success plane. Some people will always present their arguments and justifications to advocate their failure as a genuine event. They further justify their reactions to the event as the best possible reaction. They will always claim that despite of doing everything right, results didn't appear as expected. The inductile outcome is none of their fault. But then whose fault it actually is? Where is the gap? Right support, healthy personal core, willpower, good luck, great problem solving skills, right motivation, and even right moves one after another may fail to create desired outcome because of multiple gaps on the execution path of success. We try to bridge the gap, hope by hope, but we slip in between and fall. We climb up and rebuild the bridge. We fall, we rise, we fall again, we rise again. Gradually, we start losing on support at hand, willpower at heart, and strength at the personal core. Problems grow bigger, and luck turns bitter. Something unknown sucks up all our energy and enthusiasm drops down. Sources of motivation becomes boring and hopes of success become flunky. Negative emotions grow fat and positive emotions break thin. We still move, but with a little lower passion. We continuously feel that something is slimming our willpower and desire for abundance of success. Something unknown is pushing us back to the comfort zone of mediocrity. Unhappiness jolts over our personality and reflects into our behavior. Then our own behavioral acerbity makes our personal core unstable, anxious, and weak. We become weak with this weak personal core. Soon we start believing more in difficulties and less in possibilities. We start losing on our performance level. The performance leak keeps countermining the success we could have achieved every day. All that happens because somehow we are trapped into something that not only affects the strength of our personal core, but also slenderizes our desire for success. And that's the gap trap which has genuinely confined most of us. Question arises: how those gap traps get created and why? What are those gap traps of life? We start the journey with great dreams and passion, but soon we get stuck into the issues with personal core and fall into the gap. Maybe pass through the personal core successfully, but due to some circumstances on our willpower gets broken and we fall into another gap. Even if we pass through the willpower deficit, we may lose motivation for some reason and fall into the next gap. If we breeze through the motivational cringe, we may see that no one is supporting our dreams. If we are so lucky and get the desired support, still we may get stuck into our own strategic decisions and fall into another next gap. If we succeed to take up right strategy, we may fail to solve bubbling problems on the way and we fall into the next gap. This rise and fall sequence goes on and on. It's a gap trap where majority of the world population is stuck and flunk on one or the other hop. Why it's so difficult to walk through all hops quickly without falling and taste the amazing gustation of success just in a go. It takes no efforts to fall into the gap, but to rise back and walk further, it takes humongous exertion. The exertion that needs consistent dedication, attention, and energy. The funny side is, we the human are lazy by nature. When there is a demand of huge effort, we become reluctant and prefer to choose the easy option. One option is to remain fallen in the gap and wait for someone to help us rise again. Most people choose this easy option by default and keep waiting for one fine day. The other option is giving a try with lengthy effort and clipped energy. But half-hearted attempt is as good as no attempt. Nothing works. Nothing moves up. When we choose either of the two, we just lose time and energy but gain nothing. On the contrary, there are people who do not choose either of the two options but still they make their path of success a cakewalk. They neither fall into the gaps nor waste time and energy in anticipation of that one fine day. They create bridges over all gaps and walk on smoothly. Creating bridges over all gaps looks crazy. Yes, it looks crazy that someone can create bridges over all gaps and walk through smoothly. It will take humongous effort. It's too much of work. It's going to take a lifetime to build those bridges. That's what we think. First, we will need to make up the personal core, which means use efforts to maintain all people, objects, and situations, along with all demons present inside the inner self. Then further efforts in maintaining consistent fire of motivation, selfless support, skillful strategy, thoughtful solutions. Yes, creating bridges will take efforts and energy, but will really be so humongous and enduring as it looks? There must be some way which is not only affordable but pragmatic too. The people who create solid bridges over gaps are not born with special privileges. They too are just ordinary human beings like you and me. Still, they become capable to do so because of some secret reason, because of some not so obvious quality that they possess within them. What is that quality? What is that secret reason?